headquarters, and we have got several smaller stores which is selling jewelry and other watches, but everything is coming outside of this factory. So, in the first part of the process I explained how we cut and polish diamonds. Over here I'm going to explain to you how we give them their value according to this system. I'm also going to give you the alphabet of diamonds, in which you have got exactly the same screen in your hands, in which I have got on the table. Although that the ones that I'm giving you right now are divided by the alphabet of diamonds and not the groups. So by use of the color card that I just gave you, at first we start with the main principal factors: carat, color, clarity, and cut. These four factors, or the combination of these factors, give us the price of a diamond. The carat is the weight. 1 carat is equal to 0.2 grams. But when we have got several smaller stones on the table, it's difficult to tell the weight in between grams. So we use a point system. 1 carat would be equal to 100 points. Half a carat, 50 points. And a quarter of a carat, 25. Then, from carat to color, over here they're divided by groups, but on your color card you have got the alphabet of diamonds, in which you start at letter D going all the way down to Z. We didn't start at letter D because it's the first letter of diamonds, but we didn't know if we were going to find any better quality in the future. So C, B, and A are still open in case we find better quality stones. D color, from now on, an exceptional white plus, is the best color you can get in diamonds. D, E, F, G, full white diamonds with a bluish glimpse inside of the light. H, I, J, commercial white diamonds. And K, L, M, all the way down to Z, a yellowish tint inside of the stone. All these diamonds, of course, are colorless. They're white diamonds. It's only the reflection inside of the light that gives us a glimpse of color. So on the upper part, from D until G, we get a bluish reflection. H, I, J, commercial white. And K, L, M, all the way down to Z, a yellowish tint. From color to clarity, we determine clarity under a magnifying glass times 10. I don't have my magnifying glass here right now because they stole it from me, but I'm going to explain it anyways. It's a smaller microscope.
Do you have to steal as well?
Yeah, no, I've got them here. Once we look inside of the stone with the magnifying glass, we can see imperfections or impurities inside of the stone. If we cannot notice any impurities, it means that the clarity would be perfect. Anything that makes it not perfect, so the smallest spot of carbon which hasn't been crystallized, makes it VVS. Very, very small inclusions, 1 or 2. VS, slightly bigger and a bit easier to notice. Small inclusions 1, small inclusions 2 are groups of smaller inclusions together. PK1, we might find a scratch or a milky cloud inside of the stone which takes out the shine. And PK2 and 3 are imperfections that are so big that we don't need the magnifying glass to see them. Once we point a diamond inside of the light, we can notice the imperfection with the naked eye. From clarity to cut, I showed you the 57 facet brilliant cut. Our own cut with an extra 16 and an extra 48 facets on top of the brilliant cut, which brings us to 121 facets in total. And apart from the 2 rounder cuts, there's several more cuts we use in the factory, and these are the more common ones. So apart from this list, there are about 50 more cuts available. Now I'm going to pass on to show you some diamonds. I'm starting off with the smallest one I have, building my way up to the bigger stones.
Your cut, you mean to say that Gassan 121 is the most expensive cut?
Yes, and it's also the one with the most facets on the list.
So then the heart shape is more expensive than the marquise?
Yeah. I'm starting off with a brilliant cut. This one is KL color, or top cape on this list. It has got small inclusions 1, 0.14 in weight, so under a quarter of a carat, in a brilliant cut. And it has got a price of 277 euros a piece. And in this particular stone we are going to see a bit of a yellowish reflection inside of the light because of the top cape color, or KL color.
So this is like an entry-level diamond?
Sorry?
Like an entry-level diamond or a cheaper diamond?
Yeah, we're now at the top cape color, small inclusions 1 in a brilliant cut, and only 14 points, which is under a quarter of a carat. So a smaller stone with yellowish reflections. So I don't know if you can see it straight away, but they give off a yellowish reflection inside of the light.
Yeah.
This is because of the top cape color. Small inclusions 1, top cape color or KL color in a 57 facet brilliant cut and only 14 points.
So would that be used for like what, earrings or something? Or probably.
Yeah, could be set in earrings. Could also be set in a ring, but most of the times it's used for pavé.
What's that?
And pavé are the smaller stones fitted next together, so they look like one big one.
Oh, I see. Okay.
These are the most difficult stones to handle, as you can see. Then, next to this one, I'm going to put a commercial white color, which is eye color or crystal. It has got PK1 inclusions, and it's 0.31 in weight, so a bit above a quarter of a carat, also a brilliant cut. So this one is crystal PK1 in a brilliant cut, and has a price of 795 euros a piece.
Apart from jewelry, in what all cases diamonds are used?
Sorry?
Apart from jewelry, like what all cases can diamonds be used? Like does it have some significance in say electronics or some other field?
Well, our diamonds are used for jewelry. We also sell loose diamonds, but most of the times they're set inside of jewelry.
Okay.
For the diamonds that we buy from a direct source, GIA, HDR, or as well the beers, we buy raw stones which are already certified, and then from there on we give them their own shape.
Okay.
And those are the companies that actually mine them in
Yeah.
those places.
But these are like the bigger companies, so we guarantee ourselves that we buy certified stones and not a conflict diamond or a blood diamond. These are commercial white color, PK1 inclusion, crystal color, which is eye color, 31 points in a brilliant cut. And this is a commercial white color.
So the reflection is what?
Yeah, white, nearly a bit of a grayish tint.
So if we look at it, take our time, we're supposed to see the inclusion.
Yes. Once we flip over the diamond, if you have good eyes, you can see the inclusion on the left hand side. Well, for you on the right hand, there's a smaller
Yep, I see.
scratch.
Wow, yeah, really.
This is PK1.
Can I see the scratch? Oh, yeah.
It's around maybe 5 or 6 o'clock. 5 o'clock, yeah. Wow, it's good.
It's a white scratch
Yeah.
next to the point of the diamond.
Could you set that in a way in jewelry so you can see the scratch and then it's still...
Usually once this stone is set, the underneath of the stone is covered with metal to hold the stone. So in this particular case you won't see the imperfection once it's set inside of jewelry.
Okay.
This is why you should look at it before you set it.
You should buy a loose diamond and a loose
And then-
setting, and then talk with the goldsmith, set your stone.
Interesting.
Next to this one, I'm going to put a bluish reflection, G color, Wesselton. VS1 inclusions, 0.71 in weight, and a princess cut. This is a square cut, 62 facets. It has a price of 5,096 euros. And it's a bit of a bigger stone, a little bit under 3/4 of a carat, in a Wesselton VS1 princess cut. And this is a more of a classical cut. Nowadays we're searching for more rounder stones, but this is also very pretty with bluish reflection inside of the light.
So rounder stones are more popular?
Yes.
So that's these two?
Is it more popular or more expensive?
More popular as well, because everyone is asking for a rounder shaped stone.
I guess because you lose more diamond as you make it round. This is why it's more expensive when it goes round.
Yeah, we lose more percentage of the stone. For a Gassan 1-to-1 cut, for a 1 carat stone, I need 2.2 carats in original shape. And if I want a 1 carat brilliant cut, I need 1.6 carats. So this is what makes the difference in price. I'm going to show you a Gassan 1-to-1 cut as well. This one is E-color or top Wesselton. VVS2 inclusions, 1 carat 10, and a Gassan 1-to-1 cut.
121 cut. First
VVS2. Stop Wesselton, VVS2, Gassan 1-to-1 cut. And this is a bit bigger stone in 1.10 carats. 121 facets with bluish reflection inside of the light. You see straight difference in glitz.
How many carats?
1 carat and 10 points.
That's good for a solitaire.
Yes. Or earrings.
How many hours would go into manufacturing?
In this one there are 5 work days, so 5 times 8 hours.
Wow. Of someone sitting there grinding?
Yes.
Okay,
So
wow.
you still polishing by hand, or is
Yeah.
it now automated?
There's also a possibility to do it by machine, so we make the x-ray of the picture and then cut the diamond in pieces with a laser, and then afterwards they apply the grinding by hand again. But this is sometimes double the work. And for the bigger stones, they need more perfection, so they do it by hand.
Oh, yeah.
These ones are also written in the griddle by laser, the name of the stone, so we know it's a Gassan 1-to-1. But once we flip over the stone like this, you see on the sides a lot of sparkles because of the extra facets. When we do this with a brilliant cut, there's only 3 sparkles around it. This is because of the extra facets underneath and above the griddle that makes the light go in and reflect back out again.
What's the price of this stone?
The price of this stone is 32,420 euros.
Oh, it's cheaper than this one.
Cheaper?
No.
What do you mean? 32,000?
Oh, 32. I thought it was 3,200. Sorry. That's a big difference. That is so.
Next to all these stones, these were just to give you a bigger picture about diamonds. Yellowish reflection, commercial white, and 2 bluish reflections with different cuts. I'm going to show you a fancy colored diamond, which is not on the list. It's a yellow with orange color. No, it's a diamond. 067 in weight. PK1 inclusions. And a price of 6,750 euros. And this
Why is
is
it that expensive?
because it's a colored diamond. This diamond is found with original color. It's found like this in nature, and it has got a combination of orange, brown, and a bit of yellow.
How does it get its color, the diamond?
From the chemicals underneath the earth. This particular stone is found in Canada, in the northern of Canada, because of the color. So every place in the world has got its own colored diamond. In, for example, Brazil and Colombia is more of a yellow greenish color, and in Australia is more of a pink purplish color. In Canada we find chocolate diamonds, which are one like this.
Chocolate.
Yeah, that's the fancy way to call them, and it's a combination of yellow, orange, and a bit of brown. Any questions about the stones on the table?
So all those countries would also have.
Yeah,
regular white diamond too?
you find white diamonds, but not in the same quality as in South Africa, for example.
Okay, South Africa.
The best quality is South African?
Yeah, in the white diamonds, yes.
Would they be in the same mine, or would they be in different mines that colored in that white?
At different heights.
Different heights,
Yeah.
but in the same mine. Interesting. How long does it take to get trained to become a diamond cutter?
Well, this would take you about 8 years and 1.5 year in the goldsmith, so you can work on semi-precious and gold, and also how do you call it? Gold and platinum. And once you finish and have your degree, you can start to work on diamonds. But the people who are working over there, they've studied for nearly 7 years before they came here to work.
So they go to school, or is it like a trade program?
There's a special school in which you can learn how to cut diamonds, or well, be a gemologist. And after that, you're free to come here and
It takes
start
7
your
years.
job.
7 years of school.
Yeah, it's like
What's the typical
worse than a
wage?
doctor.
Yeah, it's worse than a doctor. So they get paid
Yes,
well.
it is. Well, actually, yeah, doctors would learn much longer than that. But I mean, what's the wage of a typical?
The wage?
Yeah, the wage. What
do
do
they
they
make?
get for 7 years of studying?
Yeah, so a guaranteed job, because sometimes they send people to do the study, or other times they just come straight from the school to one of the diamond factories. Most of the people go directly to Belgium, because there it's
Yeah, of course.
bigger market.
Yeah. But what's the typical wage?
I don't know.
Google it. Everything's on Google. So Belgium's a bigger diamond city?
Nowadays, yes, Antwerp is like a really big market.
Oh, I see.
But not only for selling, also cutting and grading diamonds.
Interesting.
I thought that India also is very big in cutting diamonds.
Yes, but it's a